top 10 ships for the month of November 2018. I want to thank everybody that liked my last ship video. It's been a minute, and ships are kind of controversial. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm kind of a little bit in the middle. And the reason why that is I really don't like upgrading ships unless the underlying character is good. Now, that's just me and the way I play ships. Like, I didn't go after Geonosians. Even though I'm going to put Sunfac on this list, I just couldn't do it because I don't like the underlying characters. I was going to wait, and I think I've waited long enough because bounty hunters are here, and I do like the underlying characters on bounty hunters. All right, let's just start off the list with Darth Vader. Darth Vader's ship has traditionally been the best ship in the game, along with Biggs. And it's kind of the old meta. But the thing about Darth Vader's ship is it's high damage, works well with Tarkin's capital ship, and Darth Vader's Zetas are actually somewhat useful. A little bit outdated, a little bit, and I think this ship is still useful. Even calling in reinforcements, put damage over time, really fuels Tarkin's passive ability boosting the offense. So TIE Advanced is definitely on the list. Personally, one of my favorite ships. I like the basic attack, how it goes through foresight and issues out target lock, which synergizes so well with Biggs. So this is pretty much a no-brainer ship. And boy, huge amounts of damage. I've seen huge numbers on this ship, just monster damage at times. Next, we got to talk about Slave 1 and Bounty Hunters. And all the Bounty Hunters are going to be on the list. But Slave 1 is an amazing reinforcement. I love this ship as a reinforcement. Falling a little bit out of favor, but it's still very good. Comes into battle with all of these buffs and counterattacks and taunts and tanks and just soaks up tons of damage and puts out tons of target lock, which works very well with Biggs. Plus also the seismic charge. Got to give it props right here. I love the sound of this. Probably the highlight of episode 2 Clone Wars was the sound of this ship when Jango was piloting the Slave 1. Also, the underlying character, Boba Fett, is very useful for unlocking Chewie, territory wars, territory battles. No problems. A lot of people already have Boba Fett upgraded anyways. Pretty easy to get also. Okay, next we got to talk about the Phantom. We're going to talk about the Ghost as well. And they're very good ships. They do very well. Some people use it with Akbar, but still most people are using it with Tarkin. And the reason why I've got both the ships on the list is because I really do like the Phoenix Squadron. And the Phoenix Squadron is great because it helps you unlock Thrawn and Thrawn's capital ship, which is just amazing. Best character in the game. And I think everybody has the Phoenix Squadron, useful in territory wars, territory battles, and Ghost and the Phantom are both very good ships. In fact, the hardest lineup that I'm coming across right now use both the Phantom and the Ghost with Hound's Tooth and the Xanadu Blood. Biggs has fallen way out of favor, but still on the list. The reason why Biggs is so important is because Biggs, when another team gets target lock, gets protection back. And so this is kind of like the old meta, the old ship from back in the day that dominated the arena for a long time. No regrets. Biggs' underlying character is also very good for his X-Wing. Very useful. Second best tank in the game. And for a long time, Biggs' Darklighter's X-Wing was the best ship in the game. I still run this personally, even though my team is not hitting number 1. I do get in the 20s pretty commonly, pretty easily with Biggs' Darklighter. Let's go to the next ship, and we've got the Ghost. Now, the hardest team that I'm coming across right now in the arena is Tarkin as the lead ship with the Ghost, Xanadu Blood, and the Hound's Tooth. Part of that has to do with this ability right here. Puts out tons of negative status effects, and it gets 90% turn meter, and that really helps Tarkin as the lead ship. Boy, defense down, plus boosting the offense on Tarkin's ship will just let the Houndstooth and the Xanadu Blood just go to work. Crazy reinforcements, which could be the Phantom and Darth Vader's ship. Oh my goodness, it's a mess to play against this team. And again, love the characters underneath them. Very solid. No regrets in upgrading any of these characters as well as the ship. All right, then we have to talk about the best ship in the game and the best tank. You pretty much can take Houndstooth with Tarkin's ship and pretty much any other ships that you just personally like, and you can probably hold very well. This ship is really annoying to play against. It makes ships like Ahsoka's ship, which does not make the list, relevant, just to be able to dispel. And the TIE Pilot, you know, not that relevant anymore, but this ship right here is really hard to defeat, especially with they're paired up with Geonosians or the Xanadu Blood or other bounty hunters. Recently became farmable on a hard node with the Stormtrooper. I'm farming him right now. And the ship is playable at low stars, 4, 5, 6 stars. Absolutely playable right now in the arena. Next, we got to talk about Sunfac. And I didn't put all of the Geonosians on the list, and I could have because the 3 of them together work very well. But I just really dislike the underlying characters. But if I was to pick the best of the 3, it without a doubt is Sunfac. And Sunfac can be played on other teams without the Geonosians. Mostly because when Sunfac reinforces, he can do a stun. And then also, the special ability can stun. You can get 2 stuns just by reinforcing Sunfac under the right conditions. And the 3 of them together, Geonosian Soldier and Geonosian Spy, a little bit slow, but just like, oh my God, they synergize and they do the damage output is through the roof, especially under Tarkin. Although some people can use Akbar, but most people are using Tarkin with these guys. It's amazing. Me personally, this is the only one that I'm going to bother with. I was kind of hoping for the Geonosian meta to pass, and it has to a certain degree because of the Houndstooth. And I can get behind the Houndstooth a lot more than 3 characters that I do not like because the Houndstooth and Bosk is completely useful and other things. Bosk helped me unlock Chewie and so on and so on. Let's go to the next character ship on the list is Xanadu Blood. This ship is currently not farmable, but I do see the upside and the benefit to the underlying character. And when this ship is farmable, I am going to farm it because of the synergy with the Houndstooth. Again, the Houndstooth is the best ship in the game. And so I really like how the Xanadu Blood, along with the Ghost, is a very, very good team. Boy, that team is really hard to beat in the arena. Okay, and then we got to talk about the 2 capital ships that are on the list. And this is kind of goes down to my philosophy on underlying characters. Clearly, most people would tell you that Tarkin's ship is the best. Now, to get the most out of these ships, you have to put the Zetas and take them up to gear 12. And so with Tarkin, those Zetas are not that useful as opposed to the Zetas on Thrawn. And the underlying character on Thrawn is amazing. Probably still the best character in the game. Always been relevant since he's come out. Well, I imagine he's going to be relevant almost indefinitely. He is that good. Other than his leadership ability on defense, there's really nothing bad about Thrawn. Now, the Chimera holds up very well, especially in territory wars on defense because of the healing ability. A little bit slower than other capital ships, but the ultimate ability goes off the quickest than all the other capital ships, and it'll slow down the cooldowns on the other ship. So the Chimera is very good, but most people are using Tarkin. So if you're not really big into ships and you do have access to the Chimera, I would go hard on upgrading Thrawn, upgrading the Chimera before looking into Tarkin, because there's not going to be a lot of value on Tarkin on the underlying character and putting both of the Zetas. I did it because I want to do better in the arena, and it is a better capital ship, quite a bit faster. Plus, this ultimate ability right here is a lot of fun to see all the TIE fighters come down. And it just seems like the offense boosts from his passive. It's really great. And the turn meter gain is very good. Love this ship. Best ship in the game. But on defense and territory wars, I think a lot of people prefer using the Chimera. And just for the simple fact that Thrawn is a better underlying character. All right. So I hope that helps out a little bit because a lot of people aren't into ships. But there you go. All right. Well, now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star pod racer.
This is not a scam.
Yeah, and an 8-star little Annie. We definitely need an 8-star Annie and an 8-star pod racer in the game. I don't know if that's really a ship, or maybe we could just get the one where he's flying in outer space and he's defeating all the droids in the droid base. I don't know. Pod racer is way more. That's so wizard. Now this is pod racing. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and keep on gaming.